is your weekly overview and deep dive for August 7th through the 13th. So this week we are really focused on leadership. If you're in a leadership position, make sure you're listening. And even if you don't think you are, listen anyways, because there are always people that look up to us and you can benefit from this, especially as you move forward in your job, but also in other aspects of your life where you are in a leadership role. So all of that being said, when we are interacting with others, especially if they are in a position of authority over us, or we have given them a position of authority over us, and we receive feedback, we might respond in a way where we feel like we're being attacked or discarded. So this week we're really being invited to look at that and really start to reflect on, why do I feel attacked? Is there something in my past where I felt as if my needs or my opinions, my thoughts did not matter? Is there times in your life that you haven't worked through and haven't resolved where you felt discarded, where nobody really cares what you have to say anyways? Now, if you're in a leadership position, it's really important to work through those things because that really impacts how you interact with others. And if you're open and you feel appreciated and you're able to respond from a mature space, then you're going to invite those people that are in the positions underneath you to really start to bring new ideas and new thoughts to the table so that you can always improve upon what's currently existing. And that is where a lot of success comes from, because remember, August's theme is all about success and understanding and discovering what success means. So that being said, really looking at, if somebody's giving you feedback, whether it's from a leadership position or if you're in the leadership position, really look at that and think through it and figure out, why do I feel attacked? Why do I feel discarded? What do I need in order to feel appreciated? What do I need in order to be open enough to receive that and work through it? So our first collective karmic cycle for this week is this unjustified karma with the energy of suffering. So this is where, usually in a past life, we will have made a choice that ended up hurting someone, and it wasn't intentional, but we can never forgive ourselves for it, right? And we tell ourselves that we're going to have to suffer, and we will just kind of earmark that in our soul's record, and we will continue to repeat that same cycle over and over and over again, and we will make that same choice over and over and over again, telling ourselves that, oh, I made this huge mistake, so I have to suffer for it, right? So in your current life, really looking at where in the past you might have made mistakes or made a choice that resulted in unintentional consequences that hurt someone, and how you're still punishing yourself for that, and what it's going to take for you to feel like you can forgive yourself to release that experience so that you can start writing new experiences. The second collective karmic cycle is a soul level coping mechanism where we latch ourselves onto other people's choices and we tell ourselves that we're dependent upon them. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about this a couple months ago. So if you've been with me for a while, this might sound familiar, but what happens is we tell ourselves that we are dependent upon another person. Therefore, we are limited and restricted in our choices that are available to us. But that isn't always true. Maybe if you're a young child, or if you're a ward of the state, or a ward of someone else, and you're not legally able to make certain choices. But at the end of the day, even children and those that are declared wards will still have their own individual personal choices and be able to choose certain paths and directions in which they want to experience, right? So even then, their choices aren't that limited. As a single mom, I used to always tell myself, well, I can't do certain things because I have a kid to consider, and she's dependent upon me. So you might not necessarily attach the dependency to yourself, but you might attach it to somebody else. Oh, well, somebody else is dependent upon me, so I cannot do that. And I would invite you to really challenge that and really think through it. What part of that is true? And what other opportunities or variations are at your disposal? Okay, so I covered a lot. I've talked a lot. Let me know if this resonates. If you have any questions or you're struggling with anything, feel free to reach out. And make sure that you have liked and subscribed so that way you can stay updated as I release the rest of the videos for the week and the weeks ahead.